Hello there and welcome to this week's video. We're up to episode 22 now in the Rainbow Six Siege series, and this week's video is going to be all about my in-game settings and my settings for my Elite controller and some of the modifications I've made. That's why a lot of these clips will be casual, because as you can imagine, playing on a new sensitivity, new stick settings, new Elite controller settings, I have had to get used to it in casual, so that's why a couple of these aces and things coming up are only in cash. Plenty more rank coming for you next week though. So yeah, we'll start out with my in-game settings. So I've upped my sensitivity in the in-game menu of Rainbow Six Siege to horizontal sensitivity for 70 and vertical sensitivity for 60, with my ADS sensitivity turned right down to 35, just so when I ADS it's not quite as fast, it doesn't spin around quite as much. I've just been finding that a little bit easier to sort of land headshots and line up like small adjustments of movement. Yeah, it's been a bit of a shock to the system, as you can imagine. That's a huge jump from what I used to be on of 20 and 25, so my sensitivity's gone up like almost trebled. But as you can see from these gameplay clips in the background, it hasn't made a lot of difference. I've got used to it pretty quickly. A little bit potato, you'll see throughout the video, some of the kills do go a little bit potato, but that's just because, you know, the pressure situation sometimes and just getting used to that new sensitivity. One of the things I've also done with my Elite controller is, to start with, I'll just go through all my Elite controller settings, because anyone who watches the video might be interested to know what I use. So I use both of my trigger stops are stopped, and I have the dead zones on those triggers set to 5%. So literally they are a hair trigger, you just touch them and the gun goes off. My stick settings I've left completely alone, I haven't adjusted those at all. And my button bindings, I'm using 2 of the large panels on the rear of the controller, and I've just cloned them to become the sticks. So right paddle is what would usually be click right stick, and left paddle is what usually would be click left stick. So that's like sprint, obviously melee and ADS, like lean right and left. I've turned my left stick off, that no longer does anything, I've unbinded that, and I've binded the B button, which is obviously crouch or prone, to my right stick. That allows me to drop shot, or just in general, not really for drop shot, and more just for being able to stand up, crouch, go into prone, while still be able to maintain aiming at the same time. So that's helped me out a lot. But since I've upped these new sensitivity, what I've done is I've actually put on the large stick extender on my right analog stick. It comes with the Elite controller, you get several different sticks that come with it. I've gone for the big ones. Onto those I have a cover. They were like £2.50 off Amazon. They just make it a smooth sort of ball, you know, like a bit like an Xbox 360 controller. I killed my teammate there, I don't know why I did that. I was just getting greedy for the ace. Casual life. Yeah, so I've put a little like a stick cover on them just to make them a little bit more comfortable for me, and I've left my left stick as the regular size. I'm not really interested in that being big, because it doesn't really make a lot of difference, your left stick. It's the right stick we're interested in. Obviously I've upped that sensitivity. I've now put the new stick on. It's making my aim a lot faster, a lot snappier, a lot smoother. I'm really happy with it. Let's say it's been affecting my gameplay quite a bit to start with, but I'm really getting used to it now, and as you can see, playing in casual, I've had a couple of aces, some nice gameplay anyway, so it's all going well. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you all a rundown and lowdown on what I've been doing there. So stick with the videos. Next week should all be ranked, and you'll be seeing some of the results of my new sensitivity. Definitely easier to like spin around, shoot people and things like that. Yeah, back to the gameplay here. So obviously I'm in the 4th kill now, so this is for an ace. Horribly flashed here. Stand up right at the wrong time, and then here comes that potato I've been talking about. Obviously took me a little bit longer than I probably should have done to take that guy down. Well, yeah, while we're watching Bandit, it might be worth just pointing out to people that there is a very, very high chance that, and here he is against Jaeger, speak of the devil, that Bandit and Jaeger will both be losing their ACOGs in this new patch. It's going to be really disappointing. I'm not really looking forward to it, but we'll see how that goes. Obviously the new operators are coming out. I think they all seem quite good. They're just going to slow down the meta quite a lot. I think they're trying to get away, that is Ubisoft that is trying to get away from like Ash rushes and all of that sort of gameplay. I don't think they want that in the Pro League quite as much. So the meta is definitely going to slow down. The spawn peeking is definitely not going to be as prevalent in the ranked gameplay. Spawn peeking isn't really a problem in Pro League, but obviously in ranked and casual especially, it can be quite frustrating. So that's probably going to be a lot more difficult to do using holographics or having to use free speeds. You know, put them up in different places in the objectives. It's going to be quite slow, quite difficult for them to rotate back to site. Yeah, that kill there onto Twitch was quite a nice one. Obviously I'm really getting used to that sensitivity by this point. As you can see, I'm able to sort of flick around and put my crosshair where I want it most of the time. It still takes a little bit of getting used to though. So yeah, the new operator should be fun. I'm off work all next weekend. I've booked it off for Gamescom. For those of you who don't know, it's the Pro League finals next weekend, Friday and Saturday. They're live from Gamescom, which should mean we should have quite a good live audience, because obviously a lot of the people from the Gamescom, Game Festival or whatever it is, Game Comic-Con style festival, will obviously hopefully be getting involved with Siege, so that should be quite interesting to watch. I'll be watching the Pro Leagues, maybe see if I can find someone to put a cheeky bet on, you never know. I fancy Ents to win it. But yeah, and here it is, Peak of the Week. So here's clip A on Peak of the Week. Obviously Sin Valkyrie there, know she's there. It's taken care of. This clip is a Kavira run out. Not really the best one, but just liked it because it's Kavira and she's ran out like what a bitch. You know, she's trying to fucking spawn peek, so it's always nice to smash her in the face. This is number C. Clip C, should I say. I'll leave this clip running just because it sort of ended up into something a bit funny. I ended up taking a few of them out. See, with a recruit as well. The next clip in the video is going to be a recruit as well. I got a recruit 4K the other day. That's a terrible flashbang. Really not a fan of flashbangs in this game. I've been trying to use them with Ash, and just been trying to practice with them, but they're just so unpredictable. Like the way they bounce, where it gets flashed, like the enemy can literally just look away or be behind a tiny bit of cover and not get flashed. They're just really unreliable. The amount of times I've thrown a flash, ran into a room, and then just not even flashed, you know. You guys, that potato again. So this next clip coming up was a mistake pick. As you can see, we all went recruits just for a bit of a laugh on Cash, but I accidentally picked, I think it's the GIGN with the shotgun. I was trying to pick my loadout and just didn't have time to figure it out, so this is quite funny what I went and done with it. So I've seen Kavira there, tried to flash her. I think I did flash her, like I say, flashbangs. So they're really more better for flushing people out of positions than they are actually flashing someone then rushing in. One op 4 remaining. There you go, nice little recruit 4K to finish us off. So yeah, a bit of a different video this week. Obviously I just wanted to put those settings down. I'll put them in the description so you can have a look at them yourselves. And yeah, just, you know, thanks for watching, guys.